Students, हम आ गए GK Part 2 में. It is going to be very interesting. What is in GK Part 2? Indian Defense, United Nations, Space Research in India, famous personalities, famous places of India, plus sports and the miscellaneous GK. It contains 7 important topics and we are starting with Indian Defense today. So let us start and enjoy the topic. Students, we are on page number 1 and the topic is Indian Defense. Indian Defense have 3 services. One is the Army, then is the Air Force and the Navy. What Army does? Land operations. What Navy does? Maritime. What Air Force does? It take care of our air defense system. Plus, we have DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization. And next is Maritime Security and Coastal Guard. These three help above services so that they can have an integration, sharing of information and knowledge to make India a militarily strong nation. Now we will move to the next page. Student, now we are on the page number 2, which tells us how much money India is spending on Army, Air Force and Navy. On Army, we are spending 66%. 2/3 of the expenditure of Indian defense budget is going for Army. Number 2 is Air Force, that is around 17%. And Navy is consuming around 12%. And very less is spent on ordnance. And the total spending on defense is how much? It is 14.6% of the total central government expenditure. So you can assume 15% is a big amount which India is spending because India is a huge country with lot of land borders, long coastline, and because of its location, we need to be strong so that India remain powerful. Now we'll move to the next page. Students, now we are on this page where the first point is that on 26 January 1950, we had our independent army. Number 2 point, it is the second largest army of the world in terms of its manpower after China. You can look here, China has the largest army of the world in terms of its numbers. Next point, we are the 4th powerful military in the world. And then Indian Army is headed by Army Chief. So these are the important points for the Indian Army. Students, on this page, we have given that how many commands are there of Indian Army. There are 7 commands. This you can remember for your exam and keep in mind where these commands are located. Like Northern Command is located in Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir. Western Command is in Chandimandir, which is in near Panchkula, Haryana, near Chandigarh. And Eastern Command is at Kolkata in West Bengal. And Southern Command is at Pune, Maharashtra. And Central Command is located in Lucknow. And Southwest Command is located at Jaipur. Plus, Indian Army Training Command is located at Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. So what type of questions do come? How many commands are there? And you need to remember the headquarters of these commands. Now we will be moving to the next page. Students, on this page, we are repeating the 7 commands and telling you where they are actually located in the map so that you can memorize it in a better way. So look at the commands. Northern Command is located in Udhampur. Western Command is Chandimandir, Haryana, Punjab border. Plus, Central Command is located in Lucknow and so on. So these are the name of the commands. These are the places where they are located. So this is a page for discussing the Indian Army commands. Now we will move to the next page. The next page is we are on the Navy. The Navy was again formed on 26 January 1950 when India became Republic. We are talking of modern Indian Navy. And it has how many commands? 3 commands. First is the Western Command. Headquarters is located in Mumbai. 3 commands. Army had 7 and Navy has 3 commands. Second command is Eastern Command. Eastern Command is located in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. And third is Southern Command, which is located in Kochi, Kerala. These are the 3 commands of Indian Navy. The next page is the Indian Naval Commands. Again, we have given the map. Western Command, Mumbai. Southern Command, Kochi. And Eastern Command is Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So these are the three naval commands of strong India. Now we will move to the next page. Now we are discussing of the Air Force, which is picking up as very important part of defense services, because you have seen in the last few months and years, the Air Force, the drones, the missiles is playing a very important role, whether it is a Ukraine-Russian war or it is a war in the Middle East, Iran, Israel, and US on other side. So you look at here, we have 7 commands. Army, 7 commands. Air Force, 7 commands. Navy, 3 commands. So where they are located, the Western Command you need to remember. Rest you can just go through so that you should know, but there's no need to remember all these. Only the first is important. We are talking of Indian Air Force. Again repeating, it has how many commands? 7 commands. And Air Force was founded in 1932. Students, now we are on the next page. The 7 commands, where they are located. We are repeating in terms of the map. If you see where is the Western Command, New Delhi. Where is the Central Command, Prayagraj, and where is this Southwest Air Command, Gujarat. But you should remember only the first thing, that where is the Western Air Command, plus how many commands Air Force has. Air Force has 7 commands. Navy has 3 commands. Army has 7 commands. This is enough for your exam. Yes, you can go through this to make it interesting and valuable to you. Now we are moving to the next page. Students, we are on the next page, and the next page is, this is what? This is means that Indian Armed Forces, the highest honor. What is the highest honor given in defense forces? We have army chiefs, defense chiefs, we have Air Force, air marshals, and so on. But there's a one rank which is highest, and it is rarely given. So that is known as a field marshal. Only 3 Indians have got this since independence. The first was Indian Army. The first is Indian Army, Sam Manekshaw, who was a man behind 1971 war, a massive victory over Pakistan with the formation of Bangladesh. When we divided the Pakistan into 2 parts, one is a Pakistan which you see today, and the Eastern Pakistan was made a new country known as Bangladesh. That credit goes to Sam Manekshaw at the time of Indira Gandhi. Number 2, General Krepa, who was the founder of Indian Army, one of the founders of Indian Army. He was given the title of Field Marshal in 1986. And then Indian Air Force has only one Air Marshal. That is known as Arjun Singh, a great man of Indian Air Force. He was awarded this prestigious position known as the Air Marshal. So remember like this, 2 Army Marshals, 1 Air Force Marshals. These are the 3 people who got the highest rank of Indian defense system. Students, next page shows the comparison between Air Force, Navy and Army depending upon the ranks. If you start from here, the first is General. In Indian Army, it is called as Admiral, and in Air Force, it is called as Air Chief Marshal. Now, number 2 is Lieutenant General, which is number 2. Here we call as Vice Admiral, and there we call as Air Marshal. So these 2 things, these 2 you need to remember. Plus, the question comes in the paper about normally Colonel and Brigadier. These 2 are more important if you compare. If we say Army Colonel is equal to Captain of Indian Navy, and that is equal to the Group Captain of Air Force. Second point for your exam, Brigadier, Commodore of Indian Navy. Brigadier is equal to Commodore of Indian Army, and Brigadier is also equal to Air Commodore of Indian Air Force. So these are the 2 areas which you will find the question in the exam. Now we will move to the next page. Now on this page, we have given the location of important training defense institutes. There are a long list, but we have given only which do come in the examination. First is National Defense Academy, which you call as NDA. Students join after grade 12. NDA headquarters at Khadakwasla. Khadakwasla is in Maharashtra. This is important for your exam. Next is National Defense College is located in New Delhi. And then IMA, Indian Military Academy. Students, those who do their graduation and go for CDS, they join IMA for training. It is located in Dehradun. Dehradun is where Uttarakhand. And then comes the Defense Service Staff College. It is located in Wellington, Tamil Nadu. So college and the place that you should know. Then Armed Forces, which you call AFMC. It is located in Pune. And Officer Training, OTA, Short Commission for Officers. OTA means Officer Training Academy. It is a short commission. It is located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So again repeating, these are the institutes of defense forces and where they are located. That you need to know for your exam. Now we are on the next page and we need to tell you what is important for your exam. The question do come, what is the name of India's aircraft carrier Vikramaditya? So Vikramaditya is Indian aircraft carrier, where you can see this. You might have seen on the TV or in the photograph somewhere, there is a very big ship of few hundred meters where the Air Force and Navy keep their aircrafts, and it do the surveillance in the Indian Ocean and other oceans around India and the world. And India has Vikramaditya, which India purchased from Russia. In Russia, this was called as, its name was Admiral Gorbachev, but we renamed it as Vikramaditya. Very few countries have aircraft carrier. This is aircraft and this is a carrier where these aircrafts land and they take care of Indian maritime areas. So it is located in Karnataka. And there's no need to remember how much weight is, approximately 45,000 tons, and it is long. This is long, how much? 284 meters long. But these questions don't come in the exam. Now we are moving to the next. Students, on this page, we have given the photograph of second aircraft carrier. First was Vikramaditya, but this is Vikrant, INS Vikrant, which was designed, developed, made in India only. So this is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, and this has weight of 45,000 tons. Just you can read it, no need to remember for exam. Yes, this name you should know. It carries aircrafts like MiG-29 and so on. You can see the picture here, the aircraft carrier which is known as INS Vikrant, which is a proud of India. It is the second aircraft carrier India has. On the next page, how much money we are spending on defense? We are spending huge money because India is a big country surrounded by different terrains from Himalayas to deserts and to the big long coastline of India. So its geographical location demands big amount of money to be spent so that India remains safe and strong. So here is the budget. What is the defense budget in 2627? It is approximately 7.8 lakh crore rupees. Indian Army will start getting less money. Next, we can compare that how much money we are spending and how much money being spent by the other countries. The largest spender on defense is US. It is how much? It is approximately $954 billion, which is a huge amount. Why US spending so much? Because they have more than 50 bases, naval bases, air force bases, military bases across the world. Plus, they are the largest producer and exporter of Indian defense weapons, aircrafts, and so on. So they earn a lot of money from export of weapons to the different countries. Number two is China, which is coming up as $336 billion, which is almost 1/3 of US. But China is keeping more money in defense, developing the technology rather than spending more money on manpower working in the defense. They are slowly changing the pattern. India also need to see that whether we should spend more money, increase the allocation for Navy and Air Force, and slightly start reducing the allocation based on Army, land army. Now, Russia is the third largest, spending almost $190 billion. And then comes Germany. And India is spending how much? India is spending $90 to $92 billion of money, which is a huge amount for us, but we don't have choice. Student, it means that if central government is spending 100 rupees on expenditure, out of that 100 rupees, 15%, that means 14.7, we are spending as expenditure only on defense, so that India remains strong and vigilant. And this means that India is the fifth largest spender on defense forces in the world. Student, this page is very interesting. It shows that how much we have spent in early days when India became independent on defense and how much we are spending. We have increased the allocation many times. Look at here. Earlier, in the first budget of 1950-51, we spent how much? Only 92 crore rupees. And look at the figures. We are spending how much? We are spending 7.85 lakh crore rupees on defense in 2026-27. This is a huge jump. And you can look at here. There's no need to remember all this, but this figure you should know and the latest figure you should know. Only these two figures are important for your exam. Otherwise, you can just go through the story so that it make you interesting and it put map in your mind. Students, we are concluding the topic defense as a part of GK, and you will get approximately one question from this. So go through this as a story and remember the points which I've told you and discussed. Thank you, students.